Bracken. I started it a minute ago and it didn't look like it was going right. Anyway, Kareena Bracken from Washington, Utah, and I am so grateful for Gina for inviting me to be a part of all this education that she's got going on. And as we all know that's on this group or in this group, we are all blessed to be part of the Truman team because there's no other team that gives as much education. So I'm very grateful to have started this journey with them almost 12 years ago and just learn along the way. And the great thing about essential oils and about what we're doing is I feel like you never learn it all. There's always something new. In fact, I have some tips I'll share with you in a minute of some things that I actually learned new because I got the citrus oils that I get to share with you. It started off being wild orange. So I've got my little case of my favorite citrus oils I'll talk about. Anyhow, wild orange was the topic, and then it kind of exploded into a little bit more. I just thought I can't not share with some of my other favorites that we have as well. So if you're not familiar, and some of this may be repetitive to most of you, but most, all citrus oils come from the rind and they're cold pressed. So they're a little bit different than all the other oils in that way. And they're also, you got to be a little bit more careful. They don't have as long of a shelf life and you don't want to leave them in the heat. You don't want to leave any oils in the heat. So I'm just getting over some of the little precautions beforehand, and then we'll get into the fun of it. And citrus oils are the happy oils. So I'm lucky to get to talk about them. So with the citrus oils, like I said, the shelf life's a little bit shorter. And so you just, because they're citrus, citrus fruit's going to be shorter than anything else as well, right? So another precaution is, there's the 3 ways to use all of our oils. We can take them internally, we can use them topically, and use them aromatically. And I would say with the citrus oils, 9 times out of 10, if not even more than that, I'm using them internally or aromatically. I don't use them topically as much, but if you do use them topically, you want to do it with caution because they can cause a little bit of a sun sensitivity. And so you want to probably wait about 12 hours after you put them on before you're right in the direct sunlight. So there's just a few little tricks with them that way, but we've got that behind us. Now we can have the fun with the oils. And good morning, Gail. Fun to see somebody on here. Anyway, thank you to everybody that joined. So citrus oils to me are just the happy, invigorating oils. They all have one thing in common, and that's just that they can uplift our moods in just one smell. And I think it's so amazing the power of the aroma that you can smell serenity and you can feel calm, or you can feel lavender and feel calmed down or balanced and feel grounded. And then boom, bring down your wild orange and everything's just all happy and brightened up again, right? So I think it's very, very powerful what they can do that way. But they're so powerful besides just the happy smell. They're so powerful what they can do for us internally. So, I've always got me a Hydro Flask or, my glass bottles, just glass glasses, and I'm always putting the oils in them. Why do we put the oils in our water? Well, one, it's 0 calories, 0 additives, there's 0, a lot of times when you get sugar-free, you're getting chemicals. And so it's just an easy way to stay hydrated. And we know how important it is for us to try to get water in our bodies throughout the day so that we can perform our best. But the oils just make it so much better. Not only for taste, but they're just a natural detox, a natural way to flush out the toxins through our body. A natural way just to help boost our immune system, help us to heal better if we've got things going on. I feel like it reduces the phlegm and anything that way within our bodies. So it's just such a daily habit to put them in our water every single day. In fact, I remember 12 years ago, that being the first tip that I learned from Dr. Hill is if you can't do anything else, use lemon and peppermint every single day. And lemon was for that exact reason, for the detox, and then peppermint for the stomach. So that's how long I've been using it. And I was one that I had not been introduced to a lot of other natural solutions before that. And so it was all new to me, and I was soaking it in, and I heard about things before, but can use the oils in your water, take them internally. So I was excited, and that was just a simple step that I tried to be religious about and do. And interesting enough, I actually had my dentist, my daughter's dentist, ask him, say, hey, it'd be nice if she's putting lemon in her water every single day. And it was good for her to hear it from somebody else, just to help even with the mouth, and helping things that way. So it's so many benefits of taking them internally, and it's so effortless, I feel like. Just precaution. You don't want to put it in a little plastic water bottle, unless you're like going to drink it right then. If I'm drinking a water bottle, I usually drinking it pretty quick. And so as long as I don't have time to sit. But what do these oils do is their job is to break down the toxins and to get rid of the petrochemicals and all the bad stuff in our body, right? So you put them in plastic or you put them in styrofoam, of course, what are they going to do? They're going to start breaking down the chemicals. And so we don't want to drink those into our body. And so it doesn't mean it's hard on our insides. No, it's not. I mean, a little, I probably should have brought it on here, but a little comparison is like if you were to put a drop of lemon on styrofoam versus onto a strawberry, it shines up the strawberry and makes it look beautiful, right? And the strawberry's from a living thing like us, right? So that you've got to think it's cleaning our insides and doing good that way, but it's not doing any harm. Whereas the styrofoam is all chemicals, and so it's going to just break it away. So sorry, I should have brought the visual, but maybe you can make the visual in your mind. So they're powerful. They're powerful of what they can do for us. And I think it's just such a simple step. Sometimes there are so many oils, there's so many supplements, there's so many things to do that we get overwhelmed with, gosh, where do I start? So if you're at that point, if you're just beginning, or if you're just feeling overwhelmed with everything, if you can just simply pick your favorite citrus oil and take it multiple times through the day. I even usually add lemon to most capsules that I do if I'm doing the balm or if I'm doing anything that way, Tri-Ease for allergies, anything that way. I'm usually at least adding lemon to all my capsules, but I also believe in keeping it in your water. It's just simple and very effective. So anyway, now I'm going to talk about the fun parts and a little bit of some of my favorites. I didn't pick all of them today, but I will start with wild orange since that was the one of topic. And then I kind of, like I said, I thought, I've got some of these other favorites I want to throw in. So wild orange has always just been my happy one. And I just can't hold a bottle of wild orange without smelling it. It just smells like that fresh peeled orange right when you're getting it. And I'll use it for perfume. I'll diffuse it, and I also love to clean with them. And the citrus oils are great. I just either put them in a spray bottle with some water, or I'll sprinkle them on my counter if I don't have a spray bottle nearby and wipe them down. But we never wipe our counters off without some sort of a citrus oil, whether it's through the glass spray bottle or whether it's just putting it on top of the place. So wild orange, it is also one thing that I learned. We just got back from the Bloom Presidential Summit and the incentive trip in Hawaii, and I had the opportunity to do one of their chats at night and teach a class in the gal I was teaching with. Did a very, very interesting thing because we were talking about, learning to build on limited resources. And I love what she did. She took the wild orange out and she passed around and told everybody to cup their hands and smell it. And the reason why we're doing that is not just because it smelled good, but because it's the oil of abundance. And I thought that's very interesting. And, I have always loved the citrus oils just for what they do for my body. So it kind of triggered me into looking at the emotion side of some of these. And so I'm excited to share that with you too. Other than just being the happy oils. Wild orange was just always the one we know in my house. That's the happy one. If we're cleaning out a car, we'll wipe it down with that. It's great at getting any of the goop and everything off. And, we just always want that fresh smell. So we go through wild orange quite a bit in our house. But I did think that was great. It inspires abundance, creativity, and supports a positive mood. So another thing that we've used wild orange for, and it might not, I don't know the compliant way to say it, but it's actually like acid reflux. If somebody has the digestive that way issues, just simply putting this in the water helps that. And one thing that, we always think, okay, well, how does a citrus oil help balance out the pH in our body, and how does it do that? But even though, you think your body's acidic and the fruit's acidic, but the chemical reaction when they come together is it puts our body more at a, alkaline state. And so it just helps neutralize things and it does a great job that way. So I remember in the early days, anytime we had questions of, well, I got this or I got this, and wild orange was a big one for that. Even with little ones, if they seem to have kind of the spitting up or whatever, a little tip that we did with my little one is I would just put it on my finger and just put it in the top of her mouth, or even stick it on a binky, or if they will drink, if they're doing water, if they're at that point yet, you can put a drop into their bottle with water, but you're gonna want to make sure, they've got the glass ones now. They didn't have that with my first one. So anyway, wild orange is, even though it's so simple, it's so powerful that way. My other favorite right now is this one. Has changed. I loved wild orange and I loved lemon in my water, but oh my goodness, green mandarin. It is my new, obsession. But I just have that right by my, my water bottle, and always I'm just putting that one in. And it just tastes different. And if you haven't tried green mandarin in your water, it's like sweet, but not too sweet, but not too sour. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know how to describe it. It's just my favorite. So if you haven't tried your green mandarin in your water, do it today because you will love it. It's a good one to diffuse as well. All the citrus oils are great to diffuse. But this is the one I learned, and I have to I'm going to read from my little thing because I want to make sure I get it. But it says it's great for those with limiting beliefs and fear. It says it's an excellent tonic to aid individuals in returning to childhood delight and simplicity. And it reminds individuals that they have direct access to pure potential and boundless opportunities. It encourages all to experience joy and never stop becoming. It reassures that fear is temporary and abundant possibilities await those who dare to dream. Isn't that amazing? So there's my new thing. So if you thought you knew about citrus oils, maybe you didn't know about that. Maybe you did, but I didn't. So I learned something new by preparing to share this with you. No wonder I'm attracted to it. I want that youth and that, we all want to do that. But anyway, I just thought, hey, with those kind of benefits, then all the more reason for me to, it's very helpful to have something that's helping me on the way up to gym when I think, I don't want to go. I can do so many other things. To think, okay, I can do this, right? Or when you've got a lesson to teach or do something that way, then you've got the little boost there that yes, you can do this. So anyway, I thought that was an interesting thing. It is a very uplifting smell on its own, and it tastes good. So that alone is reason enough. One interesting fact also is that the green mandarin is actually, it's because it's before the fruit is ripe. And so that's when they distill that, when they take that one. So that's how it gets the name green. It's not that there's green oranges, it's just that they're taking it before it's ripe. So I thought that was pretty interesting too. Anyway, I didn't know all of the extra things on it. I know it's sourced in Brazil, and we have a lot of team members in Brazil. We love Brazil. And so between that and just the fact that it tastes yummy, enough for me. So I hope you'll try that one and let us know how you like it. If you haven't tried it yet, then put it in the comments when you do. Another one that has been a long time favorite of mine is grapefruit oil. And just simply, I love grapefruit anyway. They're getting in the water, and I also will put it on my hands a lot, especially as I travel. And my body will kind of retain the water a little bit. It's kind of a natural diuretic, and so it's just good for our bodies to help us to kind of flush things out and to do things that way. So this is a really good one in the water, on your hands if you need to, as needed. I know that when I was pregnant with my baby, who's now turns 8 in a month, this was my constant go-to. It's just I'd rub it on my ankles, I would rub it on my feet, and I'd always have it on my hands just to help that water retention. And that brings me to the point, it's not really a citrus oil, but it's one that's similar to it. It has citrus in it, and it has the grapefruit, and it has the lemon in it, is Slim and Sassy. So when I talk about using oils that I used when I was pregnant, that was another go-to that I used a ton because it has those wonderful citrus oils that were natural detox, natural diuretics, help me clear things out that way. But it also had the cinnamon, which would help balance out my blood sugar and give me a little energy boost. And then it had the ginger and peppermint, which would help soothe the stomach in the morning sickness or just the little queasies that we get. So that one, despite the title, I wasn't trying to lose weight while I was pregnant, but it was just my feel-good oil. It was the one I used the whole pregnancy and just made me feel so much better. And it actually did help me make, healthier choices with that pregnancy and do it just because I didn't have the cravings. So that was a side benefit. I was just doing it to help me with all the other things. So grapefruit, I know I took off a little bit on Slim and Sassy, but grapefruit is a great one to take daily as well. Lemon, we're all familiar with lemon. That was like I said, the first one that I was introduced to, and using the lemon and using different things that way. If you haven't used it to take gum off of things, or get things off, then it's a great one. It's a standby, just a good one to put in your water as well. And there again, it's just a good cleanse. Oh, I did pull up the emotions. Okay. On the grapefruit, it teaches true respect and appreciation for one's physical body. I thought that's a good pointer that way. We can all use that, right? Give us some body love and appreciate the bodies that do so much for us. And then lemon is just always the one I've always called liquid sunshine. And I think that's just, it's really uplifting and really good that way, but it's also one that's good with focusing. So citrus oils are pretty simple. So this is going to be a pretty short live. I don't know if there's anything else on there, but like I said, I mean, the biggest way I use them is internally, putting them in my water constantly through the day. We always have, even if it's cassia that I've got going, I usually add wild orange to it. I always add one of my citrus oils to my diffuser and just mix it in, just because I like that extra uplifting. We love to clean with our oils. I do put it on my hands to kind of sanitize them and do that way. So I guess I do use them topically more than I thought, but I don't think you have to worry about, I've never had a problem putting them on my hands and going out in the sun. So maybe if you're putting it all over your face, then you want to be careful and watch yourself. But I put them on my hands all the time, just for a quick little sanitizer, and do things that way, and just refreshing. That's an easy little diffuser. Just pop it in your hands and, smell it and breathe it in a few times, and just give yourself a little moment of peace. And then you're ready for the day, right? Or if things get a little crazy and you just need something to lift you up, then it's a simple way to do that. So thank you so much. I hope I didn't talk too fast and buzz through it all too fast, but we love our citrus oils. We love everything about and all the benefits. It's always fun to learn why it's important to use our citrus oils. And like I said, oils don't need to be complicated, and you'll learn your favorites and you'll learn. But I also challenge you, as you find one that you're drawn to. That was really interesting for me to learn about green mandarin, to learn the emotion side. I didn't ever take the time to, I'm starting to get better at it, but I hadn't taken the time to understand the emotional value that every single one of our precious oils have. So your body's asking for it for one reason or the other, right? So anyway, love on your oils, use them tons, and I would love to see in the comments if you have used green mandarin, how you like it, and if you haven't used it, try it today and tell us how you like it. Thank you, Gina, for inviting me, and thank you for everybody that joined us and everybody that's watching this replay. Have a great day.